Hi, in this video training of PHP, we will be learning about PHP if, else, elseif statements and switch statement. These are all called conditional statements. Conditional statements are used to perform different actions based on different conditions. Very often, when you write code, you want to perform different actions for different conditions. You can use conditional statements in your code to do this. Let's look at the syntax of the if statement. The if statement executes some code if one condition is true. So if condition true, then code to be executed if condition is true. Let's look at our example of if condition. This piece of code will output have a good day if the current time hour is less than 20. Let's create a project file for this video training. Let's call it php if condition .php and php $t is equal to date. We are just going to fetch the current hour from the date time, and we are going to say if t is less than 20, echo have a good day. Let's save this program and let's run it in the browser. Here is our program, PHP if condition. Let's run it. See, we have an output that says have a good day. Now let's print out what is the current hour to see if our if condition is working or not. Let's save it. Let's run it again. It's 19 and 19 is less than 20, so we send an output have a good day to the user. If I say less than 19, it shouldn't print out anything. You see, we have a blank output on the screen because I changed 20 to 19. Let's move it back to 20, save the program, run it again. Now we have the output again. So this is a very simple example explaining how if condition works in PHP. Now let's look at the if else statement. The if else statement executes some code if a condition is true and another code if that condition is false. The syntax of the if else statement is if condition, code to be executed if condition is true, or the else block, in which we code to be executed if condition is false. Let's look at the program that demonstrates the if else statement. Let's create a program for this file, Sublime PHP if else condition .php, and in this program we are going to use the same code as we did in previous if condition example, but this time we will going to have an else block as well. So we will say echo have a good night. So if it's less than 8 p.m. we will say have a good day, and if the time is greater than 8 p.m. we will say have a good night. Let's run this example. PHP if else condition. See, we have a good day because we have set a time limit 20 and currently the hour is 19. If I move it to 19, save the file and run it again, you see we have a good night because we changed the limit on the hour, and that's how if else statement works in PHP. The next is the if elseif and else statement. The if elseif and else statement executes different codes for more than two conditions. The syntax is simple. So if condition, then we execute the code if the condition is true. Else if condition, we execute the code if first condition is false and this condition is true. Or in the last we have the else block, code to be executed if all the conditions are false. Let's look at this program, and this is an extended version of the program that we did previously with PHP if else condition. So we are going to name it PHP if else elseif condition.php. Let's copy this and we will have save program, but this time we are going to add else if and 10 have a good morning, and then we have if t is less than 20 have a good day, else we are going to say echo have a good night. Save the program. What this program will do is it will print out have a good morning if the current time is less than 10, and have a good day if the current time is less than 20, that is 8 p.m. Otherwise it will output have a good night. Let's run this program. Else if condition, say it says have a good day because current time here is 19, that is 7 p.m. and 19 is greater than 10, so the first condition becomes false and it skips to the else if statement. The else if statement says if t is less than 20. Our value is 19 and 19 is less than 20, so we got have a good day. And in the else part, if the time is not less than 10 and if it's not less than 20, then we say have a good night. So if I change 20 to 19, save the file and run it again, you see we have the else part working now, which says have a good night. And if I make this 20, first part will work, which says have a good morning. An important note about this, if the first statement is true, then only this block will work. These three will be skipped. Similarly, if the second one executes, this one will be skipped. And if these two at the top are false, then the last one will be executed. That's how the PHP if, elseif and else statements work. I hope you have got hold and understood the basic concept of if else, if elseif condition statements. Now let's look at another conditional statement, that is PHP switch statement. The switch statement is used to perform different actions based on different conditions. Use the switch statement to select one of many blocks of code to be executed. This is the syntax of the switch statement. So switch keyword receives a value within the brackets, and this can be an integer, this can be a string, and depending on this value we are making conditions with the case keyword. So we will say case label 1. So if the value of n is 1 and we say case 1, this code will be executed. Code to be executed if n is equal to label 1. And we use the break keyword to jump out of the switch block. Otherwise, if we don't use the break keyword, it will move to the case 2 and so on, which will make some inconsistencies in our program, and which we don't want to happen. So this is how the switch statement works, and in the end we have the default code to be executed if n is different from all labels. So this default is basically, you can say, alternate to the our last else block that we just learned about in the previous elseif statement. First we have a single expression n, most often a variable, that is evaluated once. The value of the expression is then compared with the values for each case in the structure. If there is a match, the block of code associated with that case is executed. Use break to prevent the code from running into the next case automatically. The default statement is used if no match is found. This is a program that we are going to write to understand more about switch statement, so it's clear for us. Let's create a file for switch statement.php. Okay, start the PHP code and we say, so look at the program, fav color equals red. Now we start the switch statement, and we have fav color that we defined up here. This is a variable which hold the values red. So first is red, and here is the code we are going to write. We say echo your favorite color is red. Okay, the next one we are going to do is blue. Your favorite color is blue. Then we can have green. Your favorite color is green. And in the last we have the default, where we can say your favorite color is neither red, blue or green. Okay, that's about it. Let's run this program and see how it behaves. PHP switch statement.php. We have your favorite color is red because the value that is in the fav color container variable is red. Let's change it to blue. Okay, now we have your favorite color is blue because this case executed. Now let's change the fav color value to green, and now we have your fav color is green because this case block executed. Now if I want to execute the default or the last block in the switch block statement, you can say purple. Now you see purple, we haven't handled purple anywhere in the top three cases. So if some value comes in that isn't handled in the case keyword blocks, then it automatically goes to the default block. So if I run the program again, you see it says your favorite color is neither red, blue or green because the last default block executed. I hope that you have understood the concept of switch statement as well as if condition, if else condition and if else if conditions. That was all about this video training. All the PHP files are available from my GitHub repository. You can download them from there and practice on your own. If you liked this video, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. See you next time with a new topic in PHP.